Are we there? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Friday night as organ music night with a slightly different look. This evening, yes, Christmas is upon us. Christmas is around the corner and Vanessa has been busy decorating and doing exciting things. Let me just make sure that everything is working in the background. I hope it is. Everyone's clapping and doing things, that's good. Now, unfortunately, this means I can't have my laptop here to read the chat, so I have perched it on a chair beside me where I can hopefully keep an eye on what's going on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It's December. Oh my goodness me, which means Christmas is just around the corner. Yes, so we're going to have some fun tonight. Tonight's going to be a fun night. And we started there with a piece of music by Scott Joplin, and I'm dedicating it to Steffi Wunderlich. Steffi is learning this piece at the moment, and she is hopefully going to be finished by Monday when I will see her again. Yes. So that's rather exciting. So that's the Picherine Rag by Scott Joplin. And this evening, by the way, we are featuring another Wunderlich special. This magnificent instrument here, this is the Sonnenorgel, from our wonderful birthday present. Remember that? My 50th birthday. This was a present from Alexander Wunderlich. And it's a wonderful instrument. I haven't played it for a very long time and I've forgotten just how good it is. So here it is. We're hanging around in the Sonnenorgel tonight, folks. I hope you like it. Now, you may have noticed in this evening's introduction to the concert, my little splash page. Yes. A year, just over a year, well no, it's more than a year now, isn't it? Yes, it is almost, it's getting on for a year and a half, almost 2 years now, I think. Yeah, it must be. Back in 2022, early 2022, we released the Fraser Gartshore's Organ Works CD, a recording to the world. And at the time, I planned to release it online. So in other words, Spotify, Apple Music, all that kind of stuff, all that kind of stuff, Amazon Music, all those kinds of things, the streaming services. And I set a date 18 months in the future, 18 months in the future, where this would then be released to the world online. And that day has arrived. 1st of December 2023. I'd kind of forgotten it was going to be that. When you do these things so long in advance, so far in advance, you sort of forget about them. So there you are. So Fraser Gartshore's Organ Works is now available on all the major streaming services. And as a result, which is rather clever as well, I now get one of those little music symbols next to my name here on my YouTube channel. I am now officially, this is exciting, a YouTube official artist. Ooh la la, isn't that exciting? Or an official YouTube artist, I think that's the official title. Official YouTube artist, yes, exactly. So there you are. So that's something very exciting. It doesn't mean anything, it just means I get a little thing next to my name. It's like people who have over 100,000 get a little tick next to their name. Does it mean anything? No, it doesn't. But it's nice to have. It's nice to have, so it's very good fun. So, folks, when you're out and about and you've got your Spotify's running and things like that, now you can listen to all my published music. All the recordings I've published over the year are now all available on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all those bizarre places and things like that. And apparently, I may actually get a few peanuts because of that. That's actually a bit of a point. Let me put it like this. I had a look, because I was surprised myself when this thing came online. I had a look at my analytics for my streaming services online. Yes, in the last year, so basically 2023, as far as we're in now. So all the stuff I had, it's not much. There's only a couple of things up there, but Spotify, blah, blah, blah. All those things sort of rounded up together, amassed the grand sum, are you ready? I hope you're sitting down. Amassed the grand sum of €36.78. 36.78 in a year. So yes, so it's true what Taylor Swift says. Spotify doesn't pay anything. It's really very true. Anyway, right, enough of that. On with the music. We're going to have some fun tonight, and it's a long time since we've had fun with this beautiful instrument. Let me introduce it to you one more time. It's been an awfully long time. See what you think. Isn't that a beautiful sound? Oh, it's brilliant sound, I think, isn't it? I rather love it. Apparently you're all giving each other, excuse me, giving each other symbols. A fly just flew into my mouth. Lovely. Excuse me. Right, let's get rid of that. Yes, quite a delicious organ, and it sounds really good in real life as well. How do I know? I've never been, but I've heard many recordings of it, so I'm assuming. Ladies and gentlemen, some tickets are flying this evening. Who's been around? Let's have a look. Our friend Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. Got the ball rolling this evening before the concert even started. Thank you, Alexander. So did Stefan Messer. Thank you, Stefan. Very kind indeed. And then, since we've started, Werner. Thank you, Werner. Thank you, Kristin Petursson. I got an email from you today. Thank you very much. That's our friend over in Iceland. I wonder what it's like in Iceland at this time of year. Are you all right because of there were volcanoes and things going crazy? I hope that's not your part of the island, so do let us know. And from our friend Christian Georgi. Thank you very much as well, Christian. Very kind too. Gosh, wonderful. Thank you very much for getting the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. That's very exciting. We've changed the wording of things. It's Christmas season, so yes, at the bottom of the screen now it says get your virtual ticket here in red with little Christmas tree emojis. And I've moved the, what's it called, the QR code and the link thing over to the left so that deep down in the corner there you can see Colin the cauliflower, or Sir Poopalot, or whatever you call him, who has to remain. I was quite happy to get rid of him for the Christmas series, but Vanessa said no, he must remain. And this, of course, this is one for Ian Lavery. This is my staggy in the corner. Ian and my parents, my mum and dad, will know exactly what we mean by that, the staggy in the corner. That's very important. So there you are. So that's the Christmas stuff. Obviously, our 4 candles for Advent, they will not be lit yet, because it isn't Advent yet. It is only Advent on Sunday. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you will be there to join us on Sunday, because something very special is taking place. Sunday night's concert is not taking place from this machine. Ta-da! You'll have to tune in to find out more. All right? Sunday night, first Sunday in Advent, is taking place from somewhere very different. So I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you're ready for that. Why is that doing that? Off you go. And back you come. Right, there we are. Now, we're going to have some fun tonight, like I said. And that involves... Actually, no, let's play this one first. It's Christmas time. Now, I don't know what it's like in your part of Europe, but over here, it's snowing. We've had snow here for the last 3 days now. Quite a lot of it. Lots of snow, and it's staying. It's well, as we speak at this time of night over here in Germany, it's -4 degrees centigrade. So whatever that is in Fahrenheit, I don't know, 20s probably. Definitely under zero, under freezing point. And it's been very cold all day today. It's been incredibly cold today, and we've been inundated with lots of snow. Now, this means, of course, that some people start enjoying the winter life and they get out there and start enjoying themselves. And there's all sorts of music for that kind of thing. And here's a wonderfully kitschy, old sort of German, I think it's actually Austria, piece of music, the Petersburger Schlittenfahrt. Yes, you've got to be very careful how you say that. That's a perfectly normal German word, but it's the St. Petersburg sleigh ride. There you are. That's the English title is much nicer. The Petersburger Schlittenfahrt. So yes, doesn't sound so nice in German, does it? Sounds something like this though. the St. Petersburg sleigh ride, given the full organ treatment there, including the bells. I didn't know they were in C major. This organ has got toys. It's got bells, the Cymbelstern. It's got a nightingale. It's got a nightingale that took LSD at some point in the last 24 hours. That's weird. It's got something called a drum effect. We might be using that later. Those are actual pipes, and they're sort of pipes that are sort of, something's making them go on and off and on and off and on and off, sort of, and it sounds like someone beating a drum. We just have normal birdies. That's very simple. That's the same effect you would find on a theatre organ. That's just basically a pipe or two in a little bath of water, and it just goes through the water and makes that sound. And then there's this one, but we must wait till spring for this one. Yes, that's a cuckoo, obviously. But of course, at Christmas time, we get to use the Cymbelstern, which is good fun. Anyway, there you are. Now, the St. Petersburg sleigh ride that we just had, there's a part of it, the words, I know the words because I'm rehearsing this with my choir this year. We're singing it at Christmas time. And it goes at that speed, and the choir has to sing it like that. Ooh. Schön ist's im Winter, schön ist's im Winter. It's lovely in wintertime. That's how it goes. But there's a part where the kutscher, that's the sleigh ride, the sleigh driver, as it were, the kutscher, the coach driver. He has to ring his little bells. Kutscher, spann die Pferdchen an mit den Glocken, mit den something with the bells. And anyway, so it's a bit loud, isn't it? And then everybody gets to sing kling-a-ling, 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 which means ding-a-ling in English. So there you are, so kling-a-ling. And this is this part. Now after this point it gets rather sort of brutal, because then we go on brutal because we get the whips out for the horses at this point. So yes, I'm not sure, are you allowed to whip horses nowadays? I suspect you're not. You shouldn't be allowed to anyway, but never mind. But in the good old days you would get a whip out and whip away at the horses to get them to run faster. And that's that bit. And the sopranos, this is the funniest bit, the sopranos have to, this is the soprano line. Listen. And the sopranos have to fit words to that. The average age of my sopranos in my church choir is, I think, I don't know, the average age is probably about 65, I'm guessing. We've got over 80 and the youngest is 18, and I think the average age would be about 65. And yeah, they can do it. They love it. They can do it. It's wonderful. Anyway, there you are, a fun piece. The St. Petersburg sleigh ride. Have we ever had that before? I'm not sure we have. Anyway, oh my goodness, lots of tickets since I last spoke. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Very kind indeed. Jürgen Stelzer. Ich bin wieder dabei. Jürgen, Vanessa hat gerade, also die letzten Tage, Vanessa hat mehrmals gefragt, wie es dir geht. Und wir haben gar nichts von dir gehört und gesehen, Vanessa will dir was schreiben. Kommt demnächst. Also sehr schön, dass du wieder dabei bist. That's nice. Jürgen Stelzer is back. He's been away for a long time. He hasn't been all that grand. Dan, thank you, Dan. Who we got here? Elam. Oh, I love Elam. I love your name. Elam Orenik. I love your name. Where are you from? You're from Kansas. I love your name, Elam Orenik. That's magnificent. Yes. Oh, welcome. I don't recognize that name before, so welcome to you. I love it. Sounds wonderful. Elam. Ah, yes, I love it. Who's this? Gregor. Thank you very much. Oh, Gregor is hiding in the background rather than being in the chat. Well, good for you. And thank you very much for your ticket in the background. And who's this? Our friend Wolfgang with his klingelings as well. Oops. There's klingelings and I'm spitting all over the organ. Wolfgang with his klingelings. Thank you, Wolfgang, for your klingeling. Very kind. Wonderful. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Look, this is beautiful. Now I have a screen full of hearts, lovely hearts, and Christmas trees and smiley faces. That's nice. It's very positive. It's a positive time of year. Vanessa decorated the house today. It's 1st of December. That's when we always decorate the house. And it looks lovely. So we're all Christmas. We don't have the tree yet. We'll be going for that on Monday, probably. Going for the tree on Monday. Right, I'll have a look at the chat in a minute. We've got a lot of people in the chat tonight. Good. Clicks are up, views are up, chat people are up. If you're new in the chat, like Elam, for example, say hi in the chat. Give us a thumbs up on the way past, don't forget. It helps all the algorithms and all that sort of stuff, and we can enjoy. Now, I've got to be careful that I don't play too much that I might be playing on Sunday, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig around in here, and we have, there it is, and we have some lovely little Christmas hymns that nobody ever gets to play, and some of them are just really rather nice. This one, for example, number 756 in the Limburg edition of the hymn book. It's called Ein Licht geht uns auf in der Dunkelheit. A light shines in our darkness. It's rather nice. And it's sort of a nice sort of modern one. It's quite cute, very short. There are only 3 verses of it, but I love playing it when it comes to Christmas time. What do you think? See if you think you like it too. Gotta have a cha-cha-cha at Christmas time. Gotta have a cha-cha-cha. There you are. A piece of music in the key of G, transposed to A flat, then A, and then eventually to B flat. Someone recently asked me, how do you transpose music? I don't know what the answer is to that, because I just sort of do it. I do it harmonically. Does that make sense? So I've got a piece of music. I listen to the... Dive that down a bit. And that's already a semitone higher than the written version, yeah? So how do you do it? So you just take those harmonies and you transpose those harmonies. I'm not going to go any higher than that, that's very high already. But yeah, just choose any key you want and off you go. Let's say C major. How many people were thinking of In an English Country Garden when I was playing that? It's the same at the beginning, isn't it? And then it's off again. Where do we go from there? Got to think of the harmonies, you see. So yeah, when I transpose something, I'm transposing the harmonies, and the melody I've kind of got in my head anyway, so it's difficult to do. Some people try reading the music in a different key, so it's written in G major, so you try, let's say, to do it in B flat would be easy. You just sort of take what's written in G major in the treble clef, you then pretend it's written in the bass clef, and then it would be the B flat basically, yeah? You obviously have to transpose it up a few octaves, but it's the kind of same thing, so there you go. Anyway, that's how I do it. I don't know how other people do it. You'd have to ask them. There you are. A cute little Christmas number. I think you will agree. I hope you will agree. Now, it's not going to be Advent season quite yet, so I'm not going to play all the fun stuff that I want to play. Not yet. However, we have to sort of get you ready for the Christmas season, don't we? Let's have a soft and gentle number. I have, by the way, I have a very interesting turn the switch in the console, says Joe. I wish I had something like that. There probably is actually something inside here. Is Jerry here tonight? Jerry, are you here? Brooks is here. Brooks will know. Brooks, you're a Hauptwerk person. Brooks will know. Is there a transposing feature within Hauptwerk? I'm sure there is. There probably is somewhere. I wouldn't know where. Pitch, equal temperament, key transposer for this organ. There you are. Raised by one semitone. It did. Oh God, how do I get that back? Set to 0. There we are. That's what I want. Oh my goodness, we have a transposer. Thanks, Joe, for the idea. Perfect. Is the deer to represent the Highland stag, says Mike King. Yes, it is. That's the Staggies. That's Ross County. That's the football team from Dingwall, where my dad hails from. And their mascot is a stag, the Staggies. So that's my little nod to homeland, as it were. So there you are. Most keyboards have it. Yes, most keyboards have it. These don't, but the software does. So there you go. However, I still think it's cheating. That's weird, actually, because that I can't do. For example, if I know, for example, I don't have sort of perfect pitch as such. I have something called relative perfect pitch. So let's say I raise this by, oh God, what am I going to do? Let's say I raise this by 2 semitones. All right. Ugh. Now, here's the weird thing. Yes, I'm hearing A major, but I'm playing G major, and my brain won't let me do that. No, oh God. That's weird. No, I can't do that. Now, here's the thing, it's psychological. I can't do it because I know I just did that, so I can't do it, right? I can't do it. However, However, if the organ itself, if the organ is, let's say the organ is tuned, let's say you have a Baroque tuned instrument, tuned at, I don't know, 412 instead of 440, yeah? So when you play G major, it sounds like that, yeah? You think, oh, that's weird. And the whole organ is basically a minor third too low, but that's okay because you're not expecting it, kind of thing, so you get over it very quickly. I remember years ago, I was on we were on a university trip, a study trip, and we were in, where were we? We were in the Alsace region of France, looking at some old organs, and we were giving various concerts in various different places, and one place we visited had a very, very old Baroque organ. And this Baroque organ was tuned in Baroque tuning, and it was very low. It was tuned about A4, not A440 like most normal things would be nowadays, but it was definitely A410, something, you know, really low. It was pretty much a major third lower than it should have been, yeah? And we all had problems playing it just because of that. You know, we were having real problems playing it, but somebody, one of our Korean students who was with us, a young lady from Korea, South Korea, she was going to be playing the Toccata in F by Bach. She was going to be playing that. Now the thing is, she sat at the organ and played those notes. So F, E, F. The problem is the organ didn't do that. The organ did this. Yeah, the organ sounded, that was wrong, wasn't it? That's how it goes. The organ sounded like it was in D, or he actually sounded more like it was in D flat, yeah? And you could just watch, she was sitting at the organ and she started. That's as far as she got. And she just stopped. And she froze. And I remember we sort of, there was one of the other professors who was there, sort of just stopped and froze and sort of said, "What's wrong?" She said, "What's that?" I said, that's the beginning of the Toccata in F, the piece you're going to play in the concert." She said, I can't play it. I said, "Well, yes, you can, you just did. You played it in another church yesterday and it sounded perfect." "No, but I can't, it's the wrong key." She couldn't do it, she had perfect pitch and she couldn't do it. Her hands were playing F and her ears were hearing D flat, yeah? It just wasn't working, you know what I mean? That's really weird. So that's why I say I have relative perfect pitch. If I know that that's a D, then I will do everything according to that. So if you ask me for a B flat, I'll give you a B flat kind of thing, right? That's the way my brain sort of works musically. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. This organ, ladies and gentlemen, has got not one, Celeste sound. It has, well, on this manual alone, it could have two. There's a slightly larger one, a slightly softer one. Oh, isn't that lovely? However, on this manual, it also has a Celeste sound. Ooh. But that Celeste sound can be mixed with, oops, sorry, wrong keys, can be mixed with this. Which is a bit weird, or it could even be mixed with this, a principal Celeste. Oh. Which is weird but lovely. And not only that, on the bottom manual it also has a Celeste sound, which could be sort of stringy Celeste. Or a fluty. A soft fluty. or a big principally. And the crazy thing is you can then mix all of these together, couple them all together, and you get this big, enormous celestial sound. Is that a good word? I think it is. Perfect for this piece of music. Something about a rose. I do like that sound. It's the kind of sound you can play around with for days on end, which is dangerous because you get lost in the music. It's very, very dangerous indeed. Right, let's have a quick look at what's going on here. I see a tick or two has arrived. Our friend Jerry, thank you very much, Jerry. Very kind of you. Oh, thank you very much indeed. And our friend William G as well. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind. And Jerry said, yes, you found the transposer. I found it. I found it. Wonderful stuff. So, oh, another one. Who's this? Who's this? Jez. Happy Advent, Fraser family. Yes, thank you very much, Jez. That's very kind. And a very happy Advent to you and your family too. Jez M. and the wonderful world of Wales. I come from Wales, Jim. Well, I can see you don't come from sardines. Yes, one of the old jokes from The Goon Show from the 1950s. Right, let's see who's in the old chit-chat tonight. Oh, good God, look at that. Immediately at that point, here's Gleiswanderer throwing a, what do you call it, a super chat. Hättest du Lust, die Mischung aus Hark the Herald Angels and Brown Book of Magic #1. Oh my goodness me. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, that would mean letting you into a secret, because on Sunday night, Hark the Herald might appear on Sunday night. But anyway, we can try that. We can do that. All right, that sounds like a good idea. Right, who's here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go back a little bit in the old chit-chat and see who's here. Gerhard is here. Good evening, Gerhard. Razbaz is here. Good evening, Razbaz. And thank you for your messages through the week. Very exciting stuff. Cameron is here. Good evening, brother Cameron. Lovely that you're here. Cassie is here. Oh, Cassie, thank you for your ticket as well. Cassie had an extra ticket on a different account. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are various ways to help the Gartshore gang out. More on that later. Joe is here. Joe is here. Tchaikovsky Le Chocolat. I do not know Tchaikovsky's Le Chocolat. Sounds cute though. I like chocolate anyway. Xing Chang Chong is here. Hello. Jeffrey is here. Ian is here. Good that you're here. The A939 was shut during the week. I see. I'm not terribly sure what that's talking about. Nikira Naimark is also here. Good evening to you. Stefan Messer is here. And once again, thank you for your tick. Adrian Morris is here. Alexander is here. And thank you again. Mike King is here. Opus 3 is here. Buonasera. Jazz. Just mentioned Jez. Max Huber is here. Good evening to you. Julian is here from the wonderful world of Shreveport, Louisiana. Someone is anonymous is here. Which sample set am I using? It's the Sonnenorgel in Wurlitzer. That's the one by Sonus Paradisi. A wonderful, wonderful piece of kit. There you are. Alexander answered that for us. Thank you very much. Cassie. Jeff is here. Hi, Jeff. Don't look now, but I'm wearing my long johns. It's so cold. Is it? I have hair on my legs. I have hairy legs, so that helps me. There you are. You didn't need to know that. Jürgen Stelzer, we know Jürgen is here. Thank you once again. Josh McCready is here. Good evening, Joshua McCready. Lovely that... Oh, we haven't seen you for a while. Lovely that you are here. Who else is here? Organ Music YT. Ross is here. Hey, go and check out Ross's channel, Organ Music YT, yeah? Organ Music YouTube. He's editing photos in the background. Now, recently, Ross has been busy sort of recreating, or digitalizing would be a better word, some wonderful old theatre organ recordings of old. Why is that still on? Some wonderful old theatre organ recordings. And he also recently started up a Buy Me a Coffee site, which I donated to. I love what Ross does on his channel. He's a brilliant organist himself, but he loves the theatre organ world, does a wonderful job. And he's restoring all these old things that just aren't out there anymore and putting them up on YouTube for us. And this is a very time-consuming exercise. So I sent Ross off a donation, and much to my surprise, he then took that and used it to digitalize some wonderful old Blackpool Tower Wurlitzer videos of Phil Kelsall. And I actually had those videos when I was a young guy. Now, yesterday, last night, Ross put those videos up. So go and check out his channel later, Organ Music YT, and see what he's up to. It's wonderful. It's an archive. It's an archive of good old theatre organ and light music of the time. It's not just theatre organ, there's other things on there. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. So Ross, thank you very much. And everyone, go and check out Ross's channel. There you are. Organ Music YT, by the way. His name is Ross. Anyway, right. Dan Eichmeyer is here. Hi, Dan. That's lovely that you're here. Urza is here. Good evening, Urza, and thank you for your help. Peter Rasmussen. Peter Rasmussen, if he's from Denmark then, not Peter, Peter, okay, good. From Denmark, we love that part of the world. Mark Bolt is here, good back. I'm back too, good evening, so I can't speak. Right, do we need a chocolate command? Yes, we do need a chocolate command. What's that? Oi moi media, oi moi media. Oh, that's Elam. Hello, 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 bonsoir. Oi moi media, or is it wa moi? That would be French, wouldn't it? I don't know. How does one pronounce oi moi media properly? Elam, over to you. Wonderful. Apex is here. Hi, Apex. I haven't seen you for a while either. Larry is here. Good evening, Larry Brenzinger. Another Joshua is here. Splendid. Julian Cleek. Another Julian is here. Gosh, David Miller is here. That's David, not Davey, and definitely not Dave. David Miller is here. Jolly good. And you spotted the English Country Garden. Well done. Congratulations. Ivy is here. Good evening. Ian Walker is here. Pull down your pants and fertilize the plants. Yes, well done. You picked up on that as well. Who else is here? What's that? Oh, we had something deleted. All right. Why was it deleted? Let's have a look. I see someone was being silly. Yes, if you're going to be silly, you will be deleted. It's as simple as that. Cassie is back. Hello. Matthias W. Matthias, warum warst du gestern nicht live? Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Live piano music. Not yesterday, but every 2 weeks. Okay. There we go. Right, am I missing anyone? Let's carry on very quickly and see if I'm missing anyone. Gleiswanderer is here. Don Prince. Hi, Don Prince. Lovely that you're here too. Don Prince. Oh, Don Prince cheats and uses the transposer. Don't. Just try it. Try transposing yourself. John Castle is here. Hi. Splendid. Splendid, splendid. Right, Matthias, can I play some blues? Yes, I will. Let's play some Christmas blues in a moment. I know what I'm going to play, actually. Casey Latz, what child is this? I don't know. What child is that? Brooks, hello, Utah. Joe, human's message retracted. Gosh, why did you retract your message, Joe? Don Prince, we've just had Don Prince. Who else is here? Michael Becker is here. Solexter. Wow. These live streams always brighten up our day. Thank you very much indeed. Comments like that brighten up my day. Thank you very much indeed. Gilbert Kalp is here. Hi. Hello, Gilbert Kalp. That's lovely. That's a wonderful name as well. Oh yes, I love all your names. Stiftskirche in Kleve. I know that organ. Yes, it's wonderful. You'll love it. That's a gorgeous instrument. Congratulations. You will love that. Right, who else have we got? That was Gleiswanderer with his $10. Have I missed anyone then? Let's see. Yellowbird is here. Hello. Matt Leach. Hi, Matt. Matt's here as well. Max Huber. Did we get Max Huber already? That's wonderful. Oh, Dan Eichmeyer is from Beamsville in Ontario, Canada. There you are. Cam, know where that is? Rinzi 007. Buenas noches desde Utah. Right, so someone else from Utah. Good for you. Joshua McCready, we got you. Good evening. The iPad Kid. Oh, the iPad Kid. I forgot to, I meant to write you an email the other day. Thank you very, very much for your generous donation. The iPad Kid, it was his birthday recently, and I played some exciting stuff for him, and he was very generous to say thank you for that. So thank you very, very much indeed. That was very, very kind. Thank you. Fleming Ege Meilstrup. Wow, that is the winning name this evening so far. Fleming Ege Meilstrup. That is the winning name. Wow. Oh, now that you need to be in the acting business with a name like that. I see. Right, here we go. Oimoy Media has come back with his ancient Greek literature. Right, that's above my head. I don't do anything like that. CameraTim.com has been lurking silently in the background. Well, congratulations. You're out from the background into the foreground. That's very kind of you. Thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Here's our friend Opus, I think. Is that Opus? Yes, it is. Thank you very much with a nice donation on the side there. Thank you very much indeed. Jolly good, ladies and gentlemen. Very kind indeed. Right, we're going to play some blues for... Who are we playing blues for? Matthias. We're playing blues for Matthias, aren't we? This organ can do blues. Yes, it can. Let's do a blues. It's not really a blues. but it's a bluesy piece. It's called When It's Winter Time or When It's Christmas Time in New Orleans, an old Louis Armstrong favorite. When it's Christmas time in New Orleans, a barefoot choir in prayer. That's one of the lines in that piece of music, a barefoot choir in prayer. I love the sound of that. Not something you'd particularly want in German. I'm not sure I'd want any of my choir wandering around in bare feet. That would be... No. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. Right, that's exciting stuff. Right, let's have a quick check of the emails, make sure I'm not missing out on anything this evening. Mark, inspiration. Hello, what's this? Oh my goodness. Oh, right, okay, that's exciting talk from our friend Mark telling me what he's up to. Right, I shall read that later. Thank you very much indeed. What's this, ladies and gentlemen? We have a contribution to our, Buy Me a Coffee wish list. Now, things have changed on the wish list. My goodness me, things are getting very exciting. We're still saving up for microphones, other microphones. Now, fingers crossed, some microphones have been funded. I'm hoping I can get hold of them before Christmas. Fingers crossed. They're made specially. So I'm going to leave it at that and not say anymore. However, we're saving up for other microphones to help us get out and about and make some exciting recordings. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in helping out, go and check that out. And we're very, very grateful to you for that. We are, well, in the run up to Christmas and in the new year, we will be back out and about visiting real organs again in real places. And in order to create perfect organ recordings, and no less than perfect will do. You need good quality microphones. I'm just going to leave it at that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in helping us out, go and check that out. And, of course, Christmas is around the corner, so maybe you're interested in helping us out with that. But don't worry, it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that at all. You can help us out with anything. It all gets reinvested into the channel one way or another. So there you are. Exciting stuff. Thank you very much. Right, well, in that case, I hadn't actually missed out anything there. We have, oh, sorry, yes, we did. I had a request here from, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Hold on, it was here earlier. Oh, there it is. It's on my other account. Our friend Christ. Is this not something we've already played? Yes, we did. We did. I played, Kristin, I played this a few weeks ago. You sent me this before. I played it a few weeks ago. Can anyone remember? Here we are. This is a memory test for members of the Gartshore gang. Can any of you remember me playing Icelandic Christmas number a few weeks ago? A wonderful thing. I couldn't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. Yola. I'm not even going to pretend how to. Maybe Kristin, maybe you can tell us how this should be pronounced in sort of pidgin English. That would really rather help. Yeah, no, I played that a few weeks ago, but I'll play it again closer to Christmas because it's a big Christmas thing. I even researched it. I looked at some videos. I looked at the video you sent me of your choir singing it. I remember that. And yeah, I was very impressed. Very, very nice indeed. And we'll do it closer to Christmas again. So thank you for sending it again. There you are. But you have to tell me how to pronounce it first. And here's the wonderful thing. I thought, watching the video of it, I thought that at some point you would, the title of the tune would be included in the lyrics of the tune. Wrong. They're not included anywhere. At least I couldn't hear them in there anywhere. So I was hoping I would be able to hear how it should be pronounced by listening to your recording of it. Sadly, that wasn't the case. But thank you. I will keep it there and we'll get ready for it. Right, David Miller has sent something for Sunday. Well, watch out on Sunday and see what happens. Exciting things are happening. What's that? Right, that's fine. I was looking for that earlier this evening. Pop that in there. Right, fine, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, good. So I'm not missing out on anything there. That's good. Urza, I'll check my little list. Oh, good for you. Yes, Urza is the one to do it. Urza is amazing. She does all our time stamp lists. She does every program that I put up on one of our live streams. She takes notes and puts up time stamps. Oh, my goodness, it's a hell of a job. So let's all have a toast to Urza Meyer for the work she does in the background. Thank you very much, my dear. Very kind. Right. Let's get on with the show. Now, it's 23 past 23 in this part of the world, which is getting quite late. And at some point, what happened here? No, that's wrong. That's what I want to be pressing. There we are. That's coming next week. I'm not going to do that tonight. That's coming next week. I have a wonderful request. Wonderful request. It's been up for a long time. Our friend Joe sends me many, many requests, and I filter through those requests and try to think of things that we can actually play. And one of them is actually, it's so delicious. I'm going to play it, but I'm going to play it next week. I think I found the perfect organ to play it on. I'm not going to say any more than that, so we're going to play that. So that's going to be good fun. Let's wait and see what we can do with that. Right, folks, let's move on to... that's the sometimes things just work. This is going to be the last piece of music on this organ for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. After this one, we're going to head across the Atlantic and start playing with some fun organs. Now, this is a wonderful piece of music. Talking of Joe Humans, this is Vincent Humans. Vincent Humans, together with someone called Mr. Robin and someone called Mr. Gray. I don't know who Robin and Gray were. Humans, Robin and Gray. Yes, there you are. That's a firm of undertakers you would send your beloved to, isn't it? Humans, Robin and Gray. Anyway, they were a songwriting team back in the 20s, and they came up with this amazing piece of music. Now, there are some wonderful recordings of this piece of music out there. My particular favorite is one by Fats Waller. There's a live recording of Fats Waller playing for a broadcast in, I think it's actually early 1943, so not long before he died, believe it or not. He was playing for some live sort of thing. They were recording it on 78 discs, I imagine. But they were recording it nonetheless. And he was live and he was broadcasting. And you can tell he was absolutely out of his face drunk while he was playing. While he was talking, sorry. But when he's playing, oh my goodness me, it's amazing. Fats Waller was definitely one of the most amazing people around. I would have loved to have met him, but I suspect that would have been a case of never meet your heroes. A lot of people said he was just a jokester all the time, basically, and that's just, you know, you couldn't get a serious word out of him apparently. But nonetheless, I would have loved to have met him. Here is not his version, here's my version of the Vincent Youmans classic, Sing Hallelujah, and you'll shoo the blues away. So the exact opposite of the piece we just played for Matthias. This one's for Joe. Hallelujah. Sing Hallelujah. And that's not the Sing Hallelujah by a guy called Harold Arlen, which is who's the same guy that composed Over the Rainbow. But he composed another piece of music called, it's actually called Get Happy. But the words are Sing Hallelujah. Come on, get happy. Wonderful stuff. Right, folks, let's. This is where our friend Opus Dry runs a mile because it's theatre organ time. When we love theatre organs, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Well, certain of us do. That's not the right register. What happened there? Those aren't the usual registrations. Uh-oh. I think I've buggered up my registrations. Oh, well, that's not very good, is it? It's not very good indeed. Right, here we go. Dean Martin time, ladies and gentlemen. You might recognize this. You're mean to me. A lovely piece of music, I think you will agree. No, I'm not going to play that. That was requested a long time ago, but we're not going to play it because it's not politically correct at the moment. Somebody requested, it doesn't matter, it's a piece of music, but I'm not going to, just in case. I'll play the opening bars. There you are. That's all I'm going to play of that, all right? A lot of people requested it, and I'm not sure why. Probably because of the Kenny Ball Association, I suppose. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to for reasons of, well, just, no. Political correctness, if nothing else. Since when have I ever been politically correct? But no, I'm not getting into that. I'm definitely not getting into that nonsense. Okay, now. Somebody recently asked, I love getting emails like this because it means I get to do it live on air as we do here. Somebody recently asked, when you're doing sort of your big band stuff, how do you, you know, how do you do it? Well, it's quite simple. It is actually quite simple. People think too much and they get too carried away with the things. What you do, you have to imagine you're a band, all right? You're a whole band. So here's the bass part. Okay, that's the bass. That's a double bass. That's the double bass. All right, doing that. That kind of stuff. That's the double bass. All right, perfect. And then you need a rhythm section, which is your Freddie Green on the guitar. When I say rhythm section, I always mean the Count Basie band, of course, and Freddie Green was the guitarist. And Freddie Green was an amazing guitarist, and he would play sparsely, I think is a nice way of putting it. He wouldn't play many notes on the guitar. He hardly ever played a solo. I don't think he actually ever played a recorded solo. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he was always just the perfect rhythm guitarist, and his strings were about that high above the fretboard to get an amazing amount of sound out of the guitar. And he would sort of hold down only sort of 3, maximum 4 strings for his chords. But he would swap. He wouldn't just play, let's say if it was an E flat chord, he wouldn't just do that the whole time. He would swap from there to there. Okay, so there'd be a bit of variation. That kind of thing. You know, when I'm playing, I don't go that far my left hand normally, but I tend to okay? Now, the trick is you get the off beats. If you're playing slow music, you can play every beat. Yeah? But if you're playing fast, your feet are going to be doing the ba-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. They're going to be doing that. And your left hand will then take care of the off beats. Get the idea? Now, what notes do you play? Well, you play notes according to the chords, the harmonies of the piece. And this frees up, of course, your right hand to be either the full band with trombones, an octave lower, or you could be saxophone, and just sort of muted trumpets in the background. And then the full band over there with the brass, you see, and different combinations of stops will give you different sounds. That kind of idea, yeah, and that's the idea. So your left hand is the rhythm section, your feet is the bass, and your right hand is the rest of the band, and it can be a solo, or it can be the full section. Now, this is where it gets very clever. If you're playing a trombone section, there will be 4 trombones in a big band. So when you're playing chords, make sure there are no more than 4 notes. Okay? That's quite important. However, when you're playing saxophones, there will be 5 saxophones. There will be a baritone, 2 tenors, and 2 altos. So you can play. You can use all 5 fingers for saxophones. And that's kind of a sort of little trick I learnt over the years. Here's a piece of music from 1932 by a guy called Benny Moten. And Benny Moten is where he was a Kansas City guy. Now, Kansas City, musically speaking, for the history of big band music, was the hub, the central hub. So people coming west, I'll use the hands the other way, coming west from LA or coming east from New York, going in the other direction, they would stop in Kansas City. And people in Chicago, people in New Orleans would meet in, Kansas City, you see, very clever. A lot of meeting took place in Kansas City. And Kansas City is where all the musicians got together and developed sort of new styles that, you know, East Coast bands would meet West Coast bands, Chicago bands would meet classic bands from New Orleans and things like that. And they would get together and say, oh, how did you do that? Show me how you do that. And the other one would say, oh, you show me how you do that. And all these styles would sort of mix and match, and sometimes they would have jam sessions. And in those jam sessions, riffs were invented. And riffs are a Chicago City invention in the big band world, and Count Basie took the riff to a whole new level. Count Basie learnt it all in Benny Moten's band. So there you are. A useless piece of history for you there, folks, but a very fun piece of history nonetheless. This is Benny Moten's signature tune, The Moten Swing. The Benny Moten Swing from 1932. I love playing that kind of stuff. Don't you think so? Love it. Theatre organs were designed to be able to do things like that. They're wonderful fun. Ooh, Aaron Shows is here, ladies and gentlemen. Our friend from LA, meeting in the... Wouldn't it be great if we could all sort of do something like that at some point? We could all kind of sort of mysteriously meet in some exciting part of the world. Kansas City, for example. Wonder what... Anyone here, Magic Mike, are you in the audience tonight? Wouldn't it be nice if Magic Mike was in the audience as well? Not that Magic Mike the mechanic. If he's in the audience, because he lives in the Kansas City area. Well, that's not true. He's in the Wichita area, which is nowhere near Kansas, but it's in the state of Kansas, so it's close enough for someone from over here in Europe. But you know what I mean. The greater Wichita area. The Wichita lineman, for example. It's 10 to 12, everybody. A long time ago in a galaxy far away, the wonderful world of... I think we need a different registration. I've messed up that registration big time. How do I get that back? I don't think I can. It's the simple answer. I can't remember what my original registration was. I'll do. And then... Now this theatre organ has something very interesting. It has an actual piano attached to it, which is rather handy. It means you can play all sorts of fun things. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is a Kid Ory number from 1926, The Muskrat Ramble. I told you we were going to have fun tonight. At least I am. I hope you are too. If you're having fun, don't forget the thumbs up on the way past. Have we had any extra? We haven't had a single extra ticket since we moved to theatre organ land. Obviously, people don't like theatre organs. Tell you what, if you don't like theatre organs, buy a large ticket and then I will never play one ever again. The Muskrat Ramble, or in my case, the Gartshore Scramble. I have no idea what that was all about. Boom. Julian says no. David Miller says I enjoy the variety. Mike King says I like theatre organ. Nikira says I have fun. Aaron says this is like those pedal pianos from the Baroque era. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nobody was playing the Muskrat Ramble in the Baroque era. At least, I doubt it. We don't know, do we? Because none of us had time machines. None of us had time machines. Now, our friend Gleiswanderer asked me if I would play a certain piece of music here, and I must confess, I forgot because it wasn't on my program. I actually had a program tonight that was in my head, which is a rare thing. I put a proper program together. So what I will do, I will save that for next Friday. That's a promise. It's already on my promise for next Friday. And we're going to mix. This is going to be cool. We're going to take number 1 from the Brown Book of Magic. Da, dee, dee, da, dee, da, dee, dee. Let me play it to you in a... Do I have any registrations at hand for... Yes, I do. There we are. Oh, there's even a piano there. We don't want that. Listen to this. It's a march. What happens now? Try getting the right notes in the right position. It's a wonderful thing, and it does sound a little bit like... It does sound a little bit like that, doesn't it? Sort of. So what we're going to do next week, we're going to do an improvisation, a grand improvisation on both of those themes, mixing them all up, 1 verse each, mixing them up and then turning it into some kind of amazing thing. Yeah, tune in next Friday for that. That's going to be good fun. I'm looking forward to that. Sorry, Gleiswanderer, that I didn't include it tonight. That was just me forgetting. I do apologize. That's very, very unkind of me. But like I say, I had a program already, so that's my excuse, at least. That's my excuse. Right. Oh, poo. Why did I do that? Ooh, a tick. Who's this? Joe Humans. Joe Humans with a nice sum of money in his ticket tonight. Thank you very much. Sadly, not enough for me to stop playing theatre organ. We'd have to have at least 3 zeros on the end if I were to stop playing, just to stop playing theatre organ for that. There we are. Now, what I wanted to do was find a certain piece of Christmassy music tonight, but I'm not sure it's in here, so I'm probably not going to be able to find it. However, I don't need the music for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you earlier this evening, this part of Europe has been covered in the annoying, freezing white stuff. Some people love it. I personally can't stand it. But the wonderful world of snow has arrived, and there's a wonderful piece of music, of course, that we all know and love, by Mr. Dean Martin, and it's all about when the weather outside is frightful. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The temperature has dropped, ladies and gentlemen, to -5. That's Celsius or centigrade. It's very, very cold indeed. So let it snow, let it snow, let it snow indeed. Let it snow, let it snow, let it stop. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Friday night, is, or was, organ music night from the Gartshore gang headquarters here in sunny Germany. That ends, here endeth the concert for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Join us on Sunday for some exciting first Advent stuff. However, tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is Saturday. And tomorrow is a private concert for our Illuminati members. Now, the Illuminati members, as a special treat, get an extra concert every month. Check out our Buy Me a Coffee or our Patreon pages to find out more. There you are. And our generous sponsors also get invited to that. So yes, that's tomorrow night. So that's our sort of private affair. And actually, check your emails tomorrow, people, private people, because I'm trying a different setup. Okay? So I'm trying a different setup. If it doesn't work, I apologize in advance. I will, however, try to get it to work. So let's see if we can work it out. It's to do with YouTube and its settings between sort of unlisted and private and that kind of thing. So we're trying something new here. However, we'll be back on Sunday night and not from the Gartshore gang headquarters, from somewhere else. I look forward to seeing you either tomorrow or on Sunday, or maybe even both. And wish you, until then, ladies and gentlemen, a very fine evening. And we will finish off this evening with, guess what? The Bye Bye Blues. See you tomorrow. See you Sunday.